Hello everyone! So today I want to talk a little bit about memorization, but more so about becoming familiar with something and the different layers of understanding that goes behind it. It's something that I've always struggled with, especially when learning a new piece, and I just want to relate it to a little anecdote I have in mind. So when I first moved to New York City for college, I had a special friend who showed me around, and among one of the first places we went, of course, was Central Park. I remember I was pretty amazed at how big the whole park was, and I was even more amazed at how my friend really knew his way around, almost as if he was walking around his own backyard. Of course, we hit all of the main attractions within the park, but we went to all of these side trails where I was pretty convinced we'd get lost very quickly, but he always seemed to know his way around. He had a really good understanding of the aerial point of view of the park, as if he was following a map in his head, as well as all of the details he knew from walking around. He'd use key buildings you can see from the park as a reference, and he also knew how hilly certain areas got, the location of the entrances, the different ponds, certain trees and corners, bridges, benches, pretty much anything about a specific section of the park that he absolutely adored. It was pretty cool how he knew so much information about the park, and he had a personal connection to so many of the different parts and characteristics of all these different areas. So relating this to music, a lot of times I actually don't memorize something consciously, and instead I rely on just becoming familiar with the music through repetition. As a result, my memory ends up being inconsistent, and also I don't end up having a full understanding of the music. To relate it back to the park, it's as if I walk through without much thought and I only have a few points of reference as I'm navigating through. I think a better approach is to know a piece in the way that my friend knew the park, which involves different points of view, sectionalizing, having multiple points of reference, and a thorough understanding of the layout. Basically, knowing and understanding something in multiple ways. So for example, let's listen to a little bit of Scriabin's Sonata No. 4. Going back to the beginning, you can look at it from a harmonic point of view. You can also break it down into multiple lines, different phrases, intervallic relations, more descriptive terms, formal analysis, and a whole list of other ways to look at a piece. So I hope that made sense. I think the main point is that the more ways we know something, the better off we are, and the more we learn, the more that's going to be possible. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.